Then candidate Donald Trump and Omarosa Manigault Newman attend a church service in Detroit on September 3, 2016. Carlo Allegri. Reuters, by Michael Tesler August 30 at 7 a.m. Rumors swirl about possible tapes from The Apprentice showing Donald Trump using the N-word. A big question is how the release of such a tape might affect the president's popularity. Two recent polls suggest that any impact would be small. As The Economist wrote, based on its poll, most Trump voters would not care if he had used the N-word. But what is even more striking is the growing partisan polarization in views of the N-word. Democrats and Republicans didn't used to disagree about this. Now they do. The newest polls, these two polls, show that substantial numbers of Trump voters did not reject or disapprove of the use of this racial slur. Source: August 1921 YouGov Economist Poll. August 14-16 YouGov HuffPost Poll. Few Trump voters think that using the N-word makes whites racist. Just 42% find the slur offensive, and only a quarter wouldn't vote for a candidate who said it. By contrast, more than three-quarters of people who voted for Hillary Clinton think the N-word is offensive, racist, and should disqualify political candidates who have said it. The new partisan polarization on the N-word. Even a few years ago, Democrats and Republicans didn't disagree much about the N-word. But the graphs below show the growing partisan polarization. Source: August 1921 YouGov Economist Poll. December 5-7 CNN ORC Poll, accessed from RoperExplorer. August 14-16 YouGov HuffPost Poll. June 24-29 YouGov Poll. In a 2006 CNN ORC poll, 55% of Democrats and 49% of Republicans said that the N-word was offensive. By 2018, that narrow gap had widened. More Democrats, 75%, find the N-word offensive. Meanwhile, fewer Republicans, 43%, do. Likewise, the percentage of Democrats who now say it's never acceptable for whites to use the N-word increased from 71% in 2015 to 84% in 2018. But the percentage of Republicans decreased from 65% to 57%. These large shifts among Democrats have made the country less tolerant of the N-word. The percentage of Americans who find the N-word offensive increased from 49% in 2006 to 53% in 2018. The percentage of Americans who think it's at least sometimes acceptable for whites to use the N-word dropped from 25% in 2015 to 15% in 2018. This pattern has occurred for many issues. In my new book with John Sides and Lynn Vavreck, Identity Crisis, the 2016 presidential campaign and the battle for the meaning of America, we show that backlash against Trump has led Americans to have more progressive views about race, immigration, Islam, and gender. At the same time, however, these shifts are concentrated among Democrats. The upshot is intensified identity politics. If there is a video showing Trump using the N-word, it would probably only exacerbate this polarization over race and ethnicity, and the resulting American identity crisis. Michael Tesler is Associate Professor of Political Science at the University of California at Irvine and co-author of the forthcoming book, Identity Crisis, the 2016 Presidential Campaign and the Battle for the Meaning of America.